Oh hey, didn't see you there. Okay, so fact about me, I love official merchandise or just official things that are difficult to obtain, like this Demon Slayer shirt. I had to go to GameStop for this, but I found deep inside my very own computer is the best kept secret in the anime industry. There is hardly a more alluring topic, more so than lost media. There are so many communities dedicated to the preservation of media, how you could say the hobby of collecting as a whole is a subset of preservation. But with as many hobbies existing just to make sure Sonic Rivals on the PSP isn't gone for future generations, it's incredible that something as complex as animation that even aired could be nearly unreachable nowadays. There are a lot of degrees to which media can be lost though, from not being able to officially watch it to it just being gone without a trace. One example of the light end of lost anime could be Persona Trinity Soul. The reason for it being so rare? It was just really bad. Persona Trinity Souls was originally meant to be a sequel to the original Persona 3 game that follows a brand new cast. It was meant to take place 10 years after Persona 3 in the distant year 2019. Okay. It kinda wasn't really well received by anyone, even being axed from Persona canon because maybe they don't want to make an ass of themselves today. This is the least lost anime though, because it isn't exactly difficult to locate. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or any shitty website that you can watch anime on, but it's lost in terms of official ways to watch it. Places like Crunchyroll ignore its existence entirely, and I'm pretty sure someone at Amazon's going to have a stress stream because the Trinity Souls Prime video section got one whole entry of traffic today. Another form of lost anime is when a specific version is gone. Yeah, you can watch Kirby Right Back at Ya anytime you want, which let's be honest, when don't you? But for quite some time, a certain episode of the English dub was gone. The 88th episode was meant to air in June 11, 2005, but due to a time slot error, This Week's Baseball played instead, causing it to air in 2006, but never really seen again after that. Damn you, This Week's Baseball! That was until 2015, when a version was uploaded to YouTube. I forgive you, This Week's Baseball. No matter how little you care about something, it's always nice when something that was seen as unattainable one day can easily be gotten to next. People in 2014 wished they could watch episode 88 of Kirby Right Back at Ya whenever they wanted. But man, it sure is crazy that an episode in a certain language can just disappear. Well, how about an entire dub? Well, how about an alternative English dub for one of the highest rated anime ever? The dub that aired on Animax, a Southeast Asian channel for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, allegedly came and went without a trace. Due to no clips surfacing online and no home releases, this entire English dub is impossible to even hear a sample of. According to behind the voice actors, Mario Hoffman voiced Edward Elric and Lily Trunkill did Alphonse and May. Matt Bailey and Mike Brooks did Roy Mustang and Alex Louis Armstrong respectively, so there is a cast list around. According to people who recall watching the dub, Edward sounded very feminine and Armstrong had a high-pitched German accent, so apparently Funimation gave us the inferior dub, and that's the one we're stuck with. But with all this talk of things airing and disappearing in a strange way, it makes you think, what's the best way to lose something? For it to never exist in the first place. While not anime, Kingdom Hearts was originally supposed to have a cartoon after how popular the first game was. And that would have been so incredible. God, imagine the story being told with a Monster of the Week format, tackling a new Disney World each episode or two. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Sadly, while it was being worked on, Disney did what Disney does best and ruined my day. Apparently the cartoon was completely cut due to how dark it was, especially for the Disney Channel at the time. Thankfully, we got other adaptations of the Kingdom Hearts story outside of the game, thanks to the manga and the novels, but I always wonder what could have been. All that really exists is storyboard sketches of the pilot episode and what appears to be later episodes involving Aladdin. With Disney's current climate, especially with its own streaming service, it would be great for this idea to return. Disney, please make it happen. I know you can do Kingdom Hearts no wrong. Can I just take back that last statement? While there are a lot of ways for projects to get cut partway through, get officially abandoned, or even have versions that are impossible to access, nothing will ever be more interesting than the case of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood movie. JoJo's always been huge in Japan, but struggled a lot to find its ground outside of its native country and outside of the medium of manga until David Productions picked it up and made a solid anime out of it. But they weren't the first studio to tackle the JoJo property. That bragging right belongs to Studio APPP that made the Stardust Crusaders 93 OVA. Even animation studios are part skippers. After the OVA got a yikes and a half from everyone in 1993, Studio APPP decided to give the whole JoJo thing another shot with a film adaptation of the first part, Phantom Blood. And it did come out, people did watch it, and it pretty much doesn't exist anymore. Apparently Araki, the creator of JoJo, hated the movie so much he didn't allow it to be shown in any way after the release. The reason being cited by Lost Media Archive is that it didn't feature Speedwagon at all, a core character for the majority of the series and local handsome man. For that reason, and many others, it was pretty much erased, but this was even in 2007, the internet was pretty damn well established, and all we've ever gotten our hands on are 16 minutes of footage with no dialogue, and 2 trailers for the movie. Apparently the movie was rushed due to a death in the director or producer's family, and production just couldn't be put on hold. But no matter how rushed it was, it's incredible how lost this movie is. The best the anime community can do is at least prove the movie exists, and it was a movie for one of the biggest manga properties that's been huge since the 80s. There was also a Battle Tendency movie planned, but you could probably guess why that fell through. It only got as far as storyboarding as far as we know, so it's about as lost as a Kingdom Hearts cartoon. All that being said, I know the Phantom Blood movie's bad and all, but I would love for it to get some form of re-release just for the sake of celebrating the legacy of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I mean, yeah, lost anime can be interesting, but that file I had wasn't the only piece of one-of-a-kind information I had. Recently I picked up this nice little piece of capitalism. It is a one-of-a-kind list of every official good thing about Boruto, but since I like you so much, I won't keep this all to myself. I put my house on mortgage for a blank piece of paper? How am I ever gonna pay that off? I live in an apartment!